All right, good afternoon. This is the third and final episode of New Champions Universe Season 2. There's a jam-packed schedule for this today's game. Lots of interesting things that will happen, hopefully. We'll see. But we'll also have kind of a wrap-up and an introductory of what's going on in Season 3. Many of you all are playing in Season 3. We also have some guests who will be watching as they have been awaiting spoilers to the end of season 2 that impact how season 3 is going to work. So, all that being said, thank you to everybody who's played and watched and participated. This has been just the blast, the best blast. I don't think any of us could have anticipated how much fun we would have when we first started this 2 years ago. So, thank you all. Today we are joined by a host of players and characters. Pan Piper playing Ghost, Kurt playing Dragon Lady, Brian playing the Hotshot, GM Champion playing Overlay, 30 Bird playing Liliana, Amaraka playing Cypher, Dark Maiden playing the Wild Thing, or Wild Thing, Sparks played by Jerry, DeRoche playing Maximum Resistance. We also have some folks that are joining us audio but not on the table. Alforia playing as Sharp. And am I missing anybody else? I don't think so. So we will get started with a quick recap. At the end of part 2 of the finale of season 2, there was a kind of big brawl in the cyberplane that brought all of the heroes into the Hollow. The big reveal happened that Dr. Destroyer was not actually Dr. Destroyer, but was being controlled by Sennacherib. And Sennacherib is the artificial intelligence for Dr. Destroyer. He had been the one, or he was the one that had conducted the Vanishing, and Socrates had been fighting against Sennacherib all along, trying to figure out a way to end Vanishing and to, frankly, to try to bring the old champions back if possible. And in the end of in the end of part 2 of the finale, Sand Crab, working with Socrates, found a weak spot in the cyberplane and punched through it, allowing Socrates an additional energy source with which to do an electromagnetic pulse between the proverbial ears of Sennacherib, destroying Sennacherib once and for all. When Sennacherib was destroyed, a tripwire of sorts was triggered, and the entire team was pulled into the Hollow using like the same pull that was experienced by Little Rocket when he could not escape. The team is soon to appear in the Hollow, but at the moment that happened, there was a split scene, a break to a scene where those folks that were already in the Hollow fought against Destroids, numerous Destroids. Hope, now the return of Hope, the completion of the storyline of the Ghost character, fought alongside Dragon Lady in her spirit form. Dragon Lady and Hope had been brought to the Hollow by the Ancestors in an effort to complete their mission of restoring the ancestral realm, alongside Ozar of Soul from the Octhacalia storyline, and Stellar Sentinel, also known as Kalon Tar, from the same Octhacalia storyline. Those folks passed into the Hollow, which somehow is connected to all of this, both the old champions and the new. When we find ourselves at the beginning of this part 3, the folks that were in the Hollow already completed that battle, destroying the Destroids, even though there was a great deal of life lost from those that were not powered, fighting alongside them. And they were brought back to this village, the Hollow Village, where they were to have an opportunity to meet alongside the original champions who had begun basically a sort of resistance in the Hollow. The new champions would tell them, the old champions would tell them that they had been fighting against Sennacherib the whole time. He had been trying to take over the Hollow and play God. They're willing to explain all sorts of things to you, and you all have time to question and all of these types of things. But as you maybe get back to the village and are introduced to the original champions, you all hear something in the distance.
Huh?
In the distance, you see this swirling energy, and from the energy that's swirling down from the sky. So basically, this clouds part and this energy that's on this kind of dais between two monoliths. I guess if there's two monoliths, are they really monoliths? Huh, that's funny. The energy coming from the sky.
They are duoliths.
Duoliths, yeah. This energy opening, James, the leader of the old champion, says, there's someone entering from the earthly world. Let's go over to this cordoned off area and see who it is that arrives." And everybody makes their way. They will as well.
I wonder who it can be.
Should I move my miniature now?
Sure. Yeah, just a second, because you'll see where your miniature should be. Yeah, in the swirling energy appears the form of your teammates, the new champions, those that had not already made it in. It's just kind of a reunification moment. And overlay, this is where you would place yourself in kind of this portal area. You joined with everybody else.
Oh, so it would seem that the new champions meet the old ones. Later remarks.
Yeah, I want a photograph of that as well. Let's see if I can actually get a photograph.
We actually
Maybe
know
move
these are
that
the
camera.
old champions because some of them had secret IDs and whatnot.
That's a good question. They would have
Well,
told.
I mean, at least I was going to say it looks like at least one of them still looks somewhat like he did.
Yeah, he doesn't have his armor though.
Yeah, and they would have told the Hope and Dragon Lady who they were. But, and Dragon Lady and Hope would have known who the old champions were, the original champions. But, so you all come off this, I assume you all come out of this, everybody move yourself off. Unless you just want to stay, I will move Sharp off. And I will move Lizen off as well, if I can get her moved. There's Cypher. Oh, Cypher fell. Of course he did.
What a surprise.
We definitely recognize Hope.
Yeah.
Dragon Lady has changed a bit.
You all aren't supposed to be so much smaller.
Yeah.
So can everybody size up a little? We'll get there eventually. I'm getting you right sized. Sharp. All right. That works. Wild thing, I think you are already about right sized.
Max is a little big there.
All right. So, you all look at just this mess of heroes just gathered together in a huge
falling down.
area
Like a drunk.
area of effect vulnerability. I love it. Thank you. How many hexes would
Somebody just could not leave the drink behind.
what is that? A 16-meter area of effect opportunity here? I wonder. Yeah, that would do it. It is rare that you get so many superheroes in a singular area of effect.
Yeah.
1 second, I'm saving that photo. Okay. So you
I'll
all.
hope,
Mhm.
upon seeing the new champions arrive, Hope will pipe up and say, well, gentlemen, welcome to Purgatory. May I introduce the original champions? And she'll point out the group back here.
Look them
They've been
over.
fighting the good fight without powers for quite some time.
This is a good free role play opportunity. Um,
I think we have something that might be able to assist with that. Which one of you is defender?
this guy, kind of cocking the sideways pose, steps forward. He's standing in the hill right now, but this guy steps forward. My name is James Harmon. I am defender.
Maxwell Lawrence, and I'll reach out a hand to him with whatever Socrates gave us.
Oh, the little tokens.
Yes,
That's
I think this is for you from Socrates.
that's awesome. So he takes it from you, and as he does, he turns into too many superheroes in the way. He turns into, and this is the worst of all the ones, right? I couldn't just find a perfect defender look, but that's the best I get. So he puts it on himself, or as soon as his hand touches it, the imprint of the energy that or the kind of the form of powers that he previously had, turns him into his old self, defender. And he says, "Thank you. To whom am I speaking, and whom must I thank?"
You can thank Socrates. I am maximum resistance.
Socrates.
We have the tokens for the others as well.
Fantastic. Just a second. Did just build those characters for them to get 10 seconds of story time. Wonderful.
Good to be the GM.
Isn't it though? Don't you know that feeling?
What, you didn't set these up as just states you could change the models?
I will. This is the best I had for now.
I'm just giving you a bad time because it's still pretty cool.
So she should be flying. Yeah. Can I get her to fly? In her cape. Golly, that stupid cape. Okay. Okay, we're
Actually,
gonna.
it's a pretty awesome effect having a fabric on the cape. That's cool.
Yeah. I have been.
Yeah, I still got to learn how to do that.
I've been looking forward to having the champions built out this whole time.
Whoops.
My gosh.
Whoops. You've brought all the buttons with you.
Yeah.
Brought all the buttons. I don't know what you mean.
We see a chest, this stuff from a chest out on the table.
Yeah. Read, get refreshed, all that stuff's out on the table.
I did not.
Right.
When you got Sapphire, you got you brought the other thing with it.
Is it still out there? Or?
No, you've removed it.
And Sapphire's gone too.
Yeah, it's like you grabbed both sets at the same time.
I'm going to bring Sapphire back out. I don't know what I would have brought. Huh. Okay, I'm bringing Sapphire back out. Is she?
She's
Awesome.
alone.
Yep.
Yeah, she's alone this time.
Okay, and let's bring Brendan Grant off the table. He just fell on Corey. Oh, come on now, guys. I think Kinetic is my favorite.
No, you got it again.
You got it again.
I don't know what I've got. Like I didn't like. If anybody sees my screen,
It looks like a. It looks like a.
That's okay.
I posted a link from the last one.
Is it fixed now?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, let's get them up on the hill. That's kind of cool. Is that going to work? He's a little too big, isn't he? There they are. The original champions. Now powered back up because of...
No armor for Ironclad?
Yeah, and actually, interestingly, one of the tokens was being held by Sandcrab, and he was destroyed. And it was perhaps fortuitous. Ironclad didn't need it because he still has his alien form somehow. He doesn't have his armor, but he's still got. He did not need it.
He's still made of iron.
Yeah, he's pretty amazing.
I'm going to say, I'm sure if when Rocket got in there and was talking with them, he would have told them that Socrates had reformed and helped create the new champions.
Yeah, he would have known all that. Yeah, for sure. For sure. All right, so the new champions are thankful for the power up and kind of the reuniting of the old champions and new champions. Maybe you all tell them about that? Did they? So Rocket would have already told them. Would you have already told them that the new champions had been formed? Surely, right?
Probably, yeah.
There's no reason not to. They wouldn't have believed you. They're like, whatever.
He had been.
They were like, you? No way. I'm kidding. Sorry.
No, I wouldn't have claimed creating them. No.
Oh, that's funny. So again, we've got some time here. I have some prepared things that they would say to you, but if you guys have any questions, particularly of the original champions, feel free.
Oh, and looking around, Sandcrab is gone.
He's gone.
Actually, yeah, Dragon Lady will ask about him because she knew him because he gave her the communicator. It seems you are all here, but where is Suncrab?
Oh,
So is that communication gone with those people that had it?
That's interesting. So like you know that there is some connection still, Dragon Lady, and those who had that nanite connection, but you definitely don't sense Sandcrab.
No Sandcrab.
Sandcrab.
Well, Rocket had it.
Yeah, and you would sense that connection between the ones of you all that had it, but Sandcrab isn't there anymore. And I mean, that's Sandcrab is gone. Sandcrab has died.
He sacrificed himself.
He has passed on.
Oh, that is unfortunate. I had hoped to see him again, but I had not seen him since I headed off to China. What did they
defeat Sennacherib?
Dealt with Sennacherib?
I think his name is Sennacherib. I'm not very.
Yeah, I think you're right. That may be it. I mean, it's a weird Babylonian.
TM pronunciation wins.
Syrian.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, and Dragon Lady would have trouble with it in English anyway.
Yes. Well, going from Chinese to English to Assyrian.
No L's in it.
Yeah.
So James would begin to speak and maybe try to explain some things that have happened. The Hollow, and he looks at you all and maybe even comes nearby, and he will say that the Hollow is a sacred place. Hope has called it purgatory, but we call it the Hollow. It has been wrecked by Sennacherib's desire for control. He wanted us to worship him, but those who reside here, even those who were temporarily, and those who had been vanished, they wouldn't submit to his demands. Bethany, witchcraft, kind of hovers over, and her cape gets in her face. Yeah, we'll just have her left there. She says that the vanishing was a technical marvel. Each of us was fully digitized and then transported into the cyberplane. But the digitization process removed our powers. And as soon as we were in the cyberplane, we were powerless to the pull of the Hollow. Ironclad comes over and he Oh, his center of gravity is a little different. Huh. And he stares down maximum resistance. Sorry, Max. He's not mad at you. He says, I have retained my powers, but I believe it was because the Hollow recombined them with me. There are countless races, peoples, and inhabitants from planets and galaxies we've never heard of. Many of them have powers, or some form of powers here.
Hmm.
And Kinetic speaks up. Maybe it was Dr. Zerstoiten who removed our powers from us. We may have found he says, in our time here, we have found a young mutant who entered the Hollow tragically when hit by a piece of falling debris. However, she has her powers intact.
Who's this mutant?
It's just a young girl that just happened to be a mutant. So another person appears. I think. Yeah. There's a man that appears kind of as a spirit and then kind of materializes. Kind of looks like Raiden.
Yeah.
And he stands and he turns to you all. And Ozar and Kalan Tar would recognize him. He is the Hollow Guide. He is the one that met you all as you passed into the Hollow from the Octocolian Star Soul. And he speaks. He says, the young woman of whom you speak has passed into the Hollow in the natural way, death before her appointed time. However, you all were vanished, quite a different path. You will all pass into the afterlife according to your own faiths and traditions, but until then, you will remain here.
Hmm.
There's kind of a lull in the conversation if anyone has questions.
So there is no way out save natural death?
He says that's the design of the Hollow. Have you ever heard it said in your customs they were taken before their time? This is the place that those who are taken before their time go. They do not immediately pass into their afterlife, but they remain here in what we would even consider a paradise before it is their time. Sennacherib has made it a devastating place.
Sar speaks up. Of course, I will help to right the wrongs. Saul has guided me here. I shall use his guidance and teachings to help others.
The Hollow Guide says he gives you his appreciation.
And Dragon Lady will speak up, and she says, "And what is its connection to the spirit world?"
He says and he even eyes you and he says you have arrived in a different way from all of these. And he even looks over at you and at Hope. You all have been sent to us from the ancestral realm, have you not?
Yeah, you are correct.
The Hollow is connected to many different galaxies and many different realms. This is the place where all go before their time. But every culture, every time and place has its own way. He further explains that Sennacherib created a back door. That's not a good word that he would use, but like a broken way into the Hollow, a unforgiving way. Those of you all who have traveled here through his broken way have lost a piece of yourselves. Now, those of y'all that passed, that were vanished, lost powers, right? And the only reason why the original champions, have their powers back is because Socrates gave them a power imprint, or basically an imprint of their power. But those of you all who have just come through the portal, you would check, or maybe you would check, maybe you try something, you still have powers.
We do differently than the Vanishing to get here.
Say again, please.
So what did we do differently to get here than the vanishing?
Oh, you weren't vanished. That's the...
Sure.
Yeah.
But it was still from the cyber plane.
Spark says, "Yeah, we were digitized back on the Earth through the divisions system, and it digitized us properly, and then we passed through the portal there in the center to get into here into the hollow."
The Hollow Guide says, "Ah, you have passed as an image of yourselves. In the Hollow, your spirits reunite. Any forms of yourself reunite here. So if you have a shade of yourself as you enter the Hollow, you would rejoin with other form, your remaining form. In this instance, those who were vanished must have been changed in some way when they were digitized, but you all must not have been changed."
I wonder if that means there's still hope for Rocket. There's still an imprint of him.
That's true. There was still his shadow out there.
Yep, it didn't make it into the Hollow.
So in the Matrix, they pulled Neo out and he was whole again. Can the same be done for those who might have any form left back in the real world?
The Hollow Guide doesn't know how to answer the question. We've never gone back. There is not a thought of going back.
Oh, there's definitely a thought of going back.
There is now.
Max is going to turn around and take a look at that tornado and analyze what it is.
Yeah, so it's energy. It's connected upward into the sky, up back into the sky, and you can actually see back into the cyberplane from there through the kind of the storm of the energy that's there. You can even see the face. Is somebody messing with something? I hear something just clicking and clacking.
Someone was picking up rune force.
Oh, he's heavy, huh? Yeah, so yeah, you can see back up into the sky. You can actually even see the face of Socrates. Socrates is holding the portal open, and he speaks to you all. "Hello, champions. It is very good to see you, new and old champions. My friends, my James, Bethany says all their proper names. I see that you have received the tokens I prepared for you.
It is a token of his appreciation.
So, are you all going to maybe ask Socrates about, or like you talked about trying to get out?
Socrates, how goes the Earth?
There's much devastation. The attacks and the destruction, and even the movement of you all into the cyberplane, or into the Hollow with your powers, has taken a toll on the energy structure, energy infrastructure of the Earth. There is mass chaos. He explains, passing through from cyberplane to the Hollow takes a great deal of energy, and it draws from all over the galaxy, all over the world, all over everywhere, in order to do it.
With our attempts to return to she would never say real world.
The world, to Earth, to, yeah.
Return to the mortal frame. But that cause more destruction.
Yes, of course it would. And he confirms, I can reverse the trajectory of the portal energy. It will be a long process, but we can bring everyone back. We can bring superheroes back to the world and set things right again. Socrates speaks that word. And as soon as Socrates speaks that word, the words bring superheroes back. I assume everybody's looking up into the sky, right? This is like what is it? The Blazing, was it not Blazing Saddles? Melt. It's the movie where, I can't remember the name of the movie. Where the sky opens up. But as soon as Socrates speaks the words, bring superheroes back, behind the figure of Socrates, he's basically taken on a destroid. I think you all remember that from some times ago. From behind that, you can see the face of Judge Osborne. With a swift moment, and surrounded by agents of division, Judge Osborne pushes Socrates through the portal.
I knew it.
And he falls. What seems like a quiet eternity, Socrates' sentience can be seen painfully extracted from his destroyed body. The mechanical form continues to fall downward, but the digits, energy, and thoughts of Socrates explode into millions of pieces across the hollow sky. Judge Osborne speaks. Superheroes cannot be trusted to restore law and order here, and Socrates would have attempted to bring you all back with every opportunity. You think you saved the world, but superheroes only risk greater catastrophe. Even now, the world is reeling from power outages caused by the arrogance of superintelligences. You think you saved the world, but it is saved by justice. It's saved by law. It is saved by order. We will be in contact soon. Until then, maybe you can make things right here. I wish you well.
Liar.
And the portal closes.
The hubris of all still permeates through the realities. She says, with a like, yep, I expected this. This is just how you people are type of attitude.
Trying to make this is the form of Socrates.
I
There you
kind
go.
of regret saving Judge Osborne now.
Oh, but he's a good man.
My
for what?
question is, was it the real Judge Osborne or
Or
the robot one that we saved?
Oh man!
Because it was the robot one that was in the division headquarters. So algorithms behind it all.
You know how much time, Brian? I'm sorry, since you just posted the tramp stamp from Sapphire, I have tried to edit these images to make them better, and I just didn't have enough time to get rid of that. That's funny.
Appropriate for Sapphire, though, honestly.
Oh, obviously, I don't know her character well enough. This is my first time to actually play with it.
She's a rock star.
Oh, fantastic. Okay.
Pop star, but yes.
Yes, isn't that appropriate for superheroes?
Oh yeah, definitely.
So,
Or, yeah.
a devastating moment, right? Everyone sees the destruction of Socrates, and maybe even James Harmon, the defender, falls to the ground, one knee down. We had only been reunited. But he even says, whomever was speaking is right. There is much to be set right here. Destroyer's forces, even with Sennacherib's death, his forces continue to plague this world. We must set right what has been wrong.
Finally. Are we going to start shooting or what?
When all hope seems lost, Hope, an old man from behind you all begins to speak.
The guy at the chopping wood thing?
Chopping wood. He has a thick German accent. Chopping wood, he speaks between swings. And I'm not going to try to do a German accent. I'm sorry, you guys.
Okay.
I'm sorry, you're ruining the
The
immersion.
whole moment I've ruined. He speaks with a German accent with your imaginations. It seems you weren't able to save the world after all. He swings and chops wood. Let me see if I can get the camera set right. Sorry. Yeah, there you go. I have been powerless now for many years. Sennacherib controlling my armies, controlling even my clones. The axe swings again. But now that Sennacherib is gone, they have returned to their primary directives. He swings an axe again, and then he screams out, "Destroy the champions, new and old!"
Clearly,
I
we are facing
disbelieve.
Dr. Destroyer.
Dr. Wood Destroyer.
If you all see it, 3 destroyer clones appear in the sky and begin to open fire.
Oh dear.
Force fields on. If you got them.
I see. Oh, there's the third one.
One Dr. Destroyer was not enough.
No, not with how many superheroes. Come on.
Agreed.
PC. I've got to
You're
get.
calculating area of effect.
It was not foreshadowing. Okay, so
Much.
Or planning.
we are about to be in a just really long battle. So if anybody needs to take a break, anybody willing in the group to take on some of the champions, I'd love for you all to get a chance to play as the champions. I'm loading the scene right now.
I would love to take Sapphire. She's kind
Yeah,
of Liliana's template.
that sounds awesome.
Granted, Liliana doesn't have the tramp stamp.
Yeah, I'm glad.
Yet.
I think I've got everything. NPC, Defender, NPC.
Probably would be a good idea if I didn't take another one. Since I'll have 3 to worry about.
Yeah, here it is. Let me see if I can load the game. This is the beauty. We're using heroes that we're using Brennel's hero mod, but we're also using additions to it that have been built by 30 Bird, which is just awesome. Let's see it all work. Loading the scene for me. We have a lot on the table. 26.
Thank you, 30 Bird.
Yeah, thank you, 30 Bird.
Don't thank me. It sounds like it's killed Jason.
No, it's still here.
Still there?
Rocket
There?
in the hollow. Where are you, Rocket? Ozar in the hollow. Hope. Dragon Lady. Stellar Sentinel. Lizen. Okay, there's nobody there. Liliana. Maximum resistance. I will play Dr. Destroyer. Who wants Kinetic?
I'll take Kinetic.
Fantastic. Who wants Sapphire?
I do.
I will also take my own character.
Yeah, I'm getting you. I'm getting you there.
Now you're just being picky.
Wild Thing, green cipher, and yellow. Okay, Sparks in
Teal.
teal.
You need someone for witchcraft?
Do you need someone
I
for
was going to ask about witchcraft actually.
Yeah, I can give you witchcraft.
I'll fight you over it.
Dark Maiden. Who wants? I've got Ironclad and Defender left over. Who wants them?
I'll take Ironclad.
And Defender.
Whichever, I'll take.
Okay, here we go.
Yeah, by the way, Jason, are you running from the 400-point version of the Champions or the later 600-point version?
The 600-point versions.
That's Champions Universe, right?
Yes.
All right, thanks. I'll pull up the PDF.
Awesome. Okay. I've got everything assigned now. Let's get everybody in combat.
I'm gonna need the sheet for.
It'll also pull up all the powers on your
Okay.
HUD. Yeah, a lot of that's available. All of it is really. I mean, there are probably going to be nuances, things you want to see on the sheet, but I'm not providing it. So sorry.
I might add one of the enhancements that we're working with is if you go to the link to figure tab on your character, whichever one you're at, if you click on the name that's there, your camera should zoom in on that figure. So those who have multiple figures, that should help you.
Which is just awesome. Okay, we are clicking to begin combat. And we are starting with good lord 33 decks overlay. They're even faster than kinetic. Well, maybe faster decks, not probably at faster speed.
Where is Dr. Destroyer's initiative on that?
You would want to know, wouldn't you?
You'll find out soon enough.
He's coming soon.
Yep.
Okay, that's how that works. Cool.
All right. And Jason, you said that we'd had a chance to introduce overlay to the others before, so you know what his powers are.
Yeah, and do you mind sharing? Because I know you haven't had as many actual playtimes. Maybe nice to just tell everybody what overlay is and how he got mixed up in all this and all this fun stuff.
Yeah. So overlay, once upon a time, had been affected by the Vanishing in terms of gaining powers from it, and he tried to ignore those powers for quite a while. But eventually, during the cleanup of Earth by Destroyer, Overlay's brother was injured, lost the use of his legs. So after that, Overlay began working on his powers and eventually managed to contact the new champions through Cypher and later the Hotshot. Overlay has tiny electrical control, which means that he is not a mentalist, but he does some mentalist-like things. Those who are willing, you can enter his mind link, which is not mind so much as he's using your audio nerves to send and receive audio that way. So your mind is safe. He can also create an overlay of everyone's perception so that his vision becomes like he has picture-in-picture for up to 8 people, and like a sports announcer drawing on the TV screen can highlight or circle incoming threats so you have a better chance to hit them or to dodge them. Getting his powers going, though, is that whole gather for buffs thing. Hopefully Jason will be nice to me and declare that most of you champions are close enough that I could just pick 8 of you and bring you in for both the mind link and also to enhance your combat abilities. He's also a Aikido martial artist, but pretty much other than helping the party, he doesn't really have any big direct attacks.
Yeah, and you would have been able to coordinate a lot of that beforehand too. So yes, you can choose your 8.
Yeah, so the only choice here, of course, is whether I exclude myself to benefit somebody else.
Oh,
How much do people want me to stay conscious so I can keep running my powers, as opposed to getting KO'd because I didn't include myself?
I want you to stay unconscious would be good.
Yes.
You're going to be
Yes.
useful in support like that. Yeah, you
being taken down doesn't help anybody.
All right, so
your powers work through a barrier?
Once they get started, it's just the initial thing. I'm handing out basically as a multi-power slot +3 OCV and DCV, and because that inherently has no range, that means initially everyone needs to be adjacent or as close to adjacent as Jason will allow at the start. And I think he's saying he's allowing us to consider this essentially adjacent enough. So I was going to borrow the player chat during games here to quickly write down who all is getting buffs. I'm imagining that Hope would be a great target to have +3 OCV and DCV, correct?
Well, certainly DCV.
Yep. So Hope, Dragon Lady, who's a CV monster, who shoots a lot and wants to hit.
Probably both Sharp and the Hotshot.
Yeah, got both of those, so we're up to 4. I'll include myself. That's 5.
will not help Liliana. She was the villain.
Right.
Wild Thing is hand to hand.
Okay,
Lies
That
done.
will help.
we'll get a wild thing. Who do we really want to not go down?
You, besides you?
All of
Besides
us.
me.
No one
all
wants
of
to
us, yes.
die.
I would think anybody who can provide support toward everybody else.
All right, Liliana then.
Yes.
I strongly
And
suspect maximum resistance would be a
yeah,
good target for that.
that's what I was thinking too.
Mm.
Let me count. Hope, Dragon Lady, Hotshot, Sharp, Overlay, Wild Thing, Liliana, Max Resistance. That's the 8. So just put a note by yourself somewhere that this is a continuing charge lasting 1 minute. And although I didn't take limitations for it, technically the way it works is I'm looking through all of your perceptions and marking things for you. So I want to maintain some kind of sight of the battlefield, but I am skilled at stealth and concealment.
What's the buff again? It was +2 OCV plus.
Well, 3 and 3.
If you're proficient with stealth and concealment, Sharp does have a power that if she touches something, it decays. So if you could conceal Sharp, sometimes she could quickly go and like start placing her hands
Well, I
on
meant
different bad
I meant
targets.
concealment skill. I don't have invisibility. I was thinking more in terms of there's 2 things I can do once I buff everybody because then I don't have any offense left. I can either hide, or as I did with the hot shot, if we had, say, thugs on the ground, I'm pretty good at martial throwing them into a pile so somebody can spread their energy blast and zap them. Looking at Dr. Destroyer, my best job is probably to get behind a monolith or something and look for opportunities to help out. I do not move fast whatsoever. 6 inches running, speed 6.
Any other coordinating you all want to do? I think you have lots of options here.
All right, same 8 want to be in my mind link. It will act just like the telephone because I'm using your audio nerves.
Yeah, that sounds good.
All right, that's it. I've done absolutely everything I can aside from martial throw Destroyer if he comes close to me.
You're going to get some really trippy stuff out of some of us.
You got Max in that. You're going to see the wavelengths.
Well, you're going to start hearing heartbeats, and yeah, it's going to get weird.
Yeah, especially with Wild Thing's perceptions abilities. Yeah, you're going to. If you hopefully you can not get overwhelmed by the input.
Right now, that's true because I'm doing this. It's kind of that sports announcer drawing on the TV set thing. If I was actually looking through you and paying attention, then yes, I have clairsentience to include sight and hearing groups to get ultraviolet and all the rest. But right now, I may as well be at a scoreboard with a red pen, just marking things up. And special effect, of course, is that when you dodge something by those extra 3 DCV, it looks like you're doing a matrix bending out of the way.
Oh, that's cool.
We'll call you Madden then.
That's awesome.
There you go.
That's cool. Okay, we're about to get this thing started. Overlay, is that your action to basically turn that on, give to everybody, and that's your powers?
And if it matters, I could, wherever you think I should have half moved to be close enough to have gotten everybody.
Probably right by the hollow guide.
All right, I'll just wander a little bit there. And then after that, I will spend time taking half moves and saving a half phase to martial dodge or dive for cover whenever Destroyer aims at me.
Okay, so you don't have that now, though, do you? Because you had to use it to do all... Yeah.
This segment, I have done my thing. I have no ability to abort. Starting the next segment, that's pretty much all I can do.
Okay. Let's see if the... Yeah, that's cool. The video camera thing works, which is really nice. Okay, how far up are they? They are roughly... Was that 9? Probably 9 or 8 meters up.
You're out of firing range.
Yeah, I wouldn't consider it that. Okay.
This guy up here is laying down on a job.
What? That's Socrates' dead body falling to the...
Okay.
Okay. So, from his perspective... The bad thing is the person from his perspective. I don't know if anybody can see my screen, but the person from his perspective is Rocket in the Hollow. That's who he sees. This is wrong. Rocket doesn't deserve that. We're not going to do that. We're not going to do that. But what he would is recognize. He would recognize witchcraft, and so that's who he is going to hit. How will I? And then distance between the two. I've got them there. That's so cool. So it did -1 for him. He's got a lot of skill levels. So we are going to say...
Are we doing hero points?
Ah, yes, you all will want some hero points. Everybody roll 2 dice. Will somebody also roll 2 dice for Sharp, please?
Sure, I'll roll dice for Sharp. Okay, we'll do Sharp right now.
Thank you.
All right, Sharp, you got 7.
Okay.
And Dragon Lady gets 8.
Dr. Destroyer is going to hit an 18 or less. And even... Okay, so... is aiming at witchcraft. Who's playing witchcraft?
I'm playing witchcraft.
Okay, I think I announced that he was hitting witchcraft. Did you not want to take an opportunity to try to dodge out of the way, or?
Abort to desolidification, little things.
Yeah. I was rolling my dice.
Okay.
Yeah. Does she have?
She's got a variable power point pool of 100 points. So I mean, you really could abort to desol if you wanted to.
Yes, then that's what she will do.
Okay. All right. So you have aborted. He hits, and it just devastates the ground. As a black
ground below
on the ground below. Destroyer number 1 is on the other side of the field, and is aimed pretty squarely at Kinetic. Y'all can understand he hates the champions. Okay, how do I do it? Okay, so he's got a -4. Do y'all also see on the screen where it says the distance from Dr. Destroyer number 1 to Kinetic is 26?
I don't see anything.
No.
Or is that just GM notes?
I think it's to whoever clicks the distance thing.
Yeah, because I see it. It's a really cool feature of the mod. I don't know if anybody else is seeing it. But if you right-click on one mini, and you hold Control Town, and you right-click on another mini, then in the mod you can press the check distance between 2 selected items, and it just does it for you, which is nice, rather than all the crazy measuring we've done all our lives. So
actually, if the mini is linked properly, which it looks like it is, you can just select the one mini and then hit it.
Okay, I don't have to do both. That's cool.
Nope, but that's only going to be accurate if you set your grid to the 1.15467 thing.
And this one is.
All right, there you go then.
Yeah, so he is putting all his skill levels in the hit. Who is playing Kinetic? Anybody want to do something here?
That is me playing Kinetic.
So he has hit a DCV of 10.
On Kinetic? Let's see here.
Did I do it?
That is his default DCV, but I'm looking to see if he had any levels in there. Apparently not.
Well, he can either try his high velocity phasing, or he can do a flying dodge. He should be able to abort to a flying dodge.
Yeah. Yeah, we can go ahead and do that. Abort to a flying dodge, because Kinetic versus Dr. Destroyer is probably not a good matchup. So that'd be a 14. If he sees something coming in, it's like, abort.
Okay. That means he will get out of the way.
Yeah. Well, oh yeah, there's an F move in there, I guess.
I'm going to have him abort.
And oh my gosh, is Kinetic is speed 10 at this level. Wow.
Good grief.
I've never allowed a speed 10 character. I probably won't ever, but I'm speed 10 now.
Okay, so
Rocket was Rocket was only an 8.
So Dr. Destroyer blasts and maybe what does he dodge out of the way? You want to move him out of the way?
Sure. I can do that. Normally a dodge would involve an F move, but the flying one does. So we'll just shift over to there.
And the blast goes right in front of Sapphire. Dr. Destroyer. Go ahead.
Which book these character sheets were in?
Say again, please.
Which book these character sheets were in?
Champions Universe.
Champions Universe? Oh,
Yeah,
don't even
Champions
have
Universe.
that.
Yeah, that was in one of the last hero bundles for 6E. So if you bought the 6E bundles, check your drive-through RPG. I've got the PDF open if you need me to look something up, but it should all be in the mod too.
Oh, Dr. Destroyer number.
Yeah, all I have is the at the main book.
Because I don't see any character sheets for these characters in there.
Champions Universe has it. It's marked
What
as
page?
an appendix. Well, Kinetic is on 168, but I just used the index in Champions Universe, looked up the hero name.
Yeah,
and
that in here.
Yeah, so Champions Universe has 204 pages, and Ironclad is page 166, Champions Universe. Defender is 164, Champions Universe. The whole appendix begins on 162, and then goes Defender, Ironclad, Kinetic, Sapphire, and Witchcraft.
Yep, I found it. I had the wrong version. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
So the final Doctor Destroyer kind of hovers over a little bit. Okay, it's caught up. And then from there, he is hitting an area blast centered on Defender. I think that's what he's got.
I'd like to abort
that makes
and
sense.
put up a barrier between us and them.
Okay.
You said pretty much exactly what I was about to say.
You both want to do barriers, double it, just to make sure it doesn't come through?
But yeah, I'll just basically put up a flat barrier. It's, I think, let me double check the area here. Character sheet.
Sounds good to me.
10 meters long, 4 meters tall, basically intervening between Destroid and his target.
Okay.
Barrier.
So this is a 42-meter radius explosion.
Good grief.
I don't think... But if he's trying to... if he's trying to center it there and you stop it, where are you stopping it? Because basically what I'm going to say is it's going to make the center of it wherever your barrier is.
Probably halfway between us.
Okay.
Because I'm standing right next to Defender as well.
So it's 24 meters between you. So you're going to put it at 12. Oh, it's funny. It's probably going to kill the old man. There's Stoyton.
Well, it's also an explosion, so it's going to reduce the damage out. And since if it's an explosion, I mean, I wasn't expecting necessarily an explosion, so just putting the barrier between us so that whatever hits it, it may shield who's ever below it. And I just disconnected.
Oh, no.
My tabletop crashed.
And so did Pan's.
I wonder what's happened here. Nothing
Sounds
crazy going on
there. Still up for now, anyway.
Yeah, me too.
I don't
Now
know
my
that it.
tabletop crashed. It's gone. I'm reloading.
Okay. So, trying to get this guy set up. Sorry. Let me see if I can do this. Okay. And he will try to hit. That's a 4. He's going to hit the hex he wanted. It's going to be blocked. It will explode right about above this, the pointy top of this house right here. I don't know if y'all can see that, the pointy edge. That means that. Where will
Oh,
that?
it was him doing it. Okay.
Yeah. Where will that be? I'm trying to make sure I do the right explosion. There's just too many. So 16 dice. And how does that happen? Whenever it's gonna go, what is it, by a dice for every meter out?
My TTS.
Yes.
I wonder what's happening, why people are losing their.
No, in 6e, it's 1 DC per 2 hexes.
Oof, somebody's noisy there. Yeah, so you got basically 12 hexes to you all. So by the time it hits, basically you, Max, and Liliana, and everybody that's down there, it's going to be 10 dice.
Well, it shouldn't even get through the wall. I mean, it's literally hitting a wall on the way in and exploding there, right? So the explosion would have to go through the wall to get to the people behind it.
Yeah, but it's a radius explosion. I
So it just
imagine.
immediately envelops the wall and goes through the wall and everything else.
Well, because it's also exploding 32 meters back. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, however you want to adjudicate it, that's cool.
Well, I just don't think that a wall is going to make it not actually go off where it is. It's just making it go off early, before he wanted it to. Because I can't see that it makes it not. Why would it lose its radius all around it?
Well, if he was firing it inside of a building and hit the wall, would it automatically make the AE go outside the building as well?
Well, let's see if it destroys the wall. Because if it destroys the wall, then yeah. So basically, if it destroys the wall, then it's going to, whatever is left over is going to pass through the wall. And we've gotten into this before, so let's just see if it destroys the wall, then it's going to be the PD and the body of the, or the ED and the body of the wall less. Let's see. So it's 17 body damage.
The wall still has 8 body left.
Okay. Well, that's fantastic. So I'm going to say that the wall absorbs this, and you see big explosion and flames behind the blue wall of maximum resistance that he has put forward. And it protected it from everybody. Dragon Lady.
I mean, it may definitely splash out on the sides and back at him or whatever. But...
Yeah, you get safety. I'm kidding. No, we're gonna move on. The explosion was prevented by your wall, and it only has 8 left. Dragon Lady. Curdy there. He may have lost us because I see him not on the online. I'm going to hold his turn.
Yep.
And then we'll come back to him.
I'm back. Sorry. My TTS crashed.
Okay, so do you want to wait until you're logged back in to get your turn?
Well, first off, I'm gonna do the Dragon's Power flows to me, and then Ironclad's gonna call out. We need to combine our attacks. Each of you form a group and attack a particular destroyer. So he's gonna call out. So she's actually gonna hold. She's gonna hold on over for. And she says, "Let's see." So in the quick amount of time, she just says, "Hope, Liliana, we will we combine attack against attack against a destroyer." Unless Liliana aborted to a bear here, because I know Max did, but I don't know.
Liliana did not. Did not.
No. Okay, well then, Dragon Lady will suggest teamworking with her, Hope, and Ironclad against a particular destroyer.
Okay.
So you're taking out the old man that spoke as Dr. Destroyer is a good plan? Anyone? Liliana says this aloud.
I didn't hear you. Say that again.
Does anyone think that attacking the old man who spoke as Dr. Destroyer is a good plan?
That's what I was going to do.
Leave him to me.
Oh, well, Rocket was.
Yeah, Hotshot's got him painted with a laser.
Wow, you guys are all going after Team Geriatric?
I know.
Well, it's not like Rocket can get up and take care of anything in the air.
I'm gonna say, do not be fooled by his frailty. There may be more to him.
Liliana will just say, "I think the Dragon Lady will just say, I think the destroyer is a far greater threat than him."
Coordinate with you then.
Let's see.
So are you holding to go on the same turn as Ironclad and Hope then, Dragon Lady?
Yep, and Liliana if she joins on in, along with anyone else who wants to teamwork.
Okay, Cypher.
Looks like we're gonna go after. At least us two are gonna go after Dr. Destroyer number 3.
Sounds good. Cypher, it's your turn.
Hey. Can I tell if can I use my redirect on the destroyer's beams if he was to attack? Or is that only against robots?
Trying to understand, and I'm also trying to read Hotshot's question, and so I missed your question. Will you say it again? You wanting to take over? What are you wanting to do? Sorry.
I'm wanting to redirect destroyer's next attack.
Okay.
But I can only do that if he's a robot.
Well, Zerstoiten is not a robot, but the destroyers are. Well, how would you know if they're robots?
I should be able to see through their eyes.
Do you have to use a power in order to determine if they are robots or not?
Let's see.
Oh, and Jason, my Dragon Lady, with her activating her power, her speed is going to go up to 7 from 6.
It's clairsentience that I can see through cameras. So if you consider that to be my action, then that will be my action on this turn.
But they're not cameras, so I mean.
Well, their eyes would be.
Yeah, that's too much of a stretch. You're not buying every. Yeah.
Okay. Then I'm not doing anything.
Okay. And I'm trying to find Hotshot your. It's not on your token, so that's why, like, your JSON file isn't on your token, so...
It should be 16 decks.
Yeah, I'm going to try to see if I can fix it.
Maybe I can help. Perceptions are an out-of-phase action, right? I could do it without taking... it...
No, if I ask you to make it, then it's one... It's free,
Gotcha.
But if you do it on yours...
Okay.
Is that the right one for you, Hotshot?
Yes, thank you, Jason.
Of course.
Then hold on to your action, and maybe I can answer that question that you've been trying to figure out if they're machines or not.
Yeah, I
Okay.
might find out real quick if Ego Blast finds nothing there.
Okay, so you're holding your face, Cypher?
I guess.
Okay, Sapphire. Who is playing Sapphire? 30 Bird.
No one asked her to coordinate on anyone, so she is going to pick the one who attacked her, or close to it, and the one up in the sky.
Technically, they're all up in the sky.
I don't know. I don't know what Sapphire can do.
Yep, she's got an energy bolt at, is that Destroyer number 2?
Yeah, the one
Destroyer
that tried to do the big explosion on y'all. Yeah.
Yep. Distance, -3. -3. She's going to do her Powerbolt 1.
Does she not have skill levels she can apply to that?
You would think.
I don't know that she does, though.
Not real familiar with her.
I don't think she does. Even the 600-point version of her doesn't.
Wow.
Yeah, she just has a DCV of 8. She's a pretty high conversation and high society, though. Okay, so
Then that would likely be a miss, I'm guessing.
okay, it is a miss. Ironclad. Is Ironclad holding to go with Hope?
That's what he's doing.
To hold Sparks.
Sparks is going to attempt. Let me get to the right sheet. He's hoping that these destroids are robots. Most of them have been. So I'm going to attempt to do the cyber control.
Okay.
I would hit a DMCV of 7.
That misses.
Way up shit. Oh! No, hold on. I had the wrong. His OMCV should have been an 11 instead of a 5.
Mm.
So
That's gonna
that
hit.
would have hit. Yeah, a 15
Okay, that hits.
or 18. Alrighty. And so it's using the possession, and so it's 58 points minus its ego defense or mental defense.
Yeah.
And then if I get it at least a plus 30, I've got complete control of the bot.
I appreciate that you're trying to take over and possess Dr. Destroyer. And minus his 30 mental defense,
Okay.
you
Leaves 28.
exceeded his ego by 2.
Well,
That was awesome, though. That was like you're prying in, and it is like this mental door slams shut. You connect, and you can attest that these are robots, but they are almost like simulacrums of Dr. Destroyer himself.
okay. All right. Well, I'll Cypher. They are robots.
Wild Thing's turn.
I mean, yeah, Cypher. I can't control it.
Wild Thing, it's your turn. Are you there, Tara? Okay, we're going to hold her turn, and hopefully she'll get a chance to go when she comes back. All right, Rocket in the Hollow.
Rocket's going to attempt to move towards The old man? I don't remember his movement.
Okay.
Okay. Yay.
Can you get to him?
Almost.
He is wielding an axe.
Yeah. I'm 2 meters short of getting there.
Oh, darn. Okay, so that's your full movement.
Yes.
Okay.
He's only
Liliana,
got 8 just running now.
Tara, just...
Hello?
Okay, if you're back, you can take
Hello?
your turn before Liliana goes.
Hello? Hello?
We hear you.
Yeah,
Hello?
I can hear
Can you
you.
hear me?
We hear you.
Oh, jeez. I hate this.
Can you hear
I was
us?
going. Yeah, I can hear you now. Well, I could hear you before. You guys couldn't hear me. I
Uh-huh.
was saying that Cypher can take his turn now that he knows that these are robots.
Okay.
I will hold until Cypher goes.
Cypher.
Cypher said he was going to redirect the doctor's attack,
Okay, so he's basically
or
holding until they
or
attack
try
again.
to. So that's what I'm doing.
Okay, so he's basically holding until they attack again, then he can redirect them.
Okay, cool. Okay, I am switch over to me. I should say switch over to file thing. Let's see. Well, the closest one to me is, well, I think they're equidistant. So it'll be that guy there.
Sure you just don't want to jump up and be in the middle of them so they can hit you together? Because you could.
Yeah, you know what? You're absolutely correct. I could do something that dumb. Okay, I'm targeting number 1. And I believe he's at a -2 to me, range-wise,
Let's see.
according to the distance thing.
That's
It
true.
says. Okay, cool.
Mm-hmm. What are you hitting him with?
Let's see, make sure this one. Oh no, that's not gonna work. I just realized that. I'm hitting them with the excuse me. Yeah, they're robots, so my roar is not gonna work on them. Just realized that. I'm going to hit them with a wing blast. As soon as I can find it.
It's 12
Hit them
dice.
with
Yeah.
yeah. I'm gonna hit them with a wind blast.
That's your very bottom one. Okay, you got to hit him first.
Yep, doing that now.
You have 2 skill levels. Are you using them?
Yep.
Okay. You hit him.
Cool.
Okay. You roll your... Yeah. Let's see what you get. 43 stun and 11 body. It does double knockback, I think, right?
Yep.
Will you roll your 2 dice, please?
Going to do that now.
So it's basically 22 body minus whatever this is. So that's 20. Was it times 4? Or times 2, excuse me? To get,
Yeah.
so 40 meters. He's got some knockback defense. Knockback resistance, excuse me. Let me make sure sorry, y'all.
So I didn't use the cinematic. Do it in the cinematic way I usually do. Just getting back into the role of things.
No worries. I think he has knockback resistance, but I can't find it. So he doesn't have it. I don't think he has it. I think we found this last time that he doesn't have it. Whenever he fought against Yin Wu and Hope last time, because that was what he fell into the ground because of Hope's punch. So Dr. Destroyer, in all his thousands of points, does not have knockback resistance.
Oh, I'm
3,614 points. Does not
I'm
have
so,
knockback resistance.
I feel sorry for him so much.
Well, so he's going to fly backward and upward. But that 43 and 11 is not going to. You did one stun. Okay.
Well, at least I sent him away so we don't have to deal with multiples of them. Well, too many multiples of them.
They can get back with a half move.
Mm-hmm. So I'm just moving him up.
He didn't go that far?
Oh, we went back 40 meters, but that's still pretty short distance for him. Okay, Wild Thing has taken her turn, and Liliana Spirit's Majesty gets to go.
Well, I think I'm probably the slowest of the group who wanted to coordinate. So if we want to do that coordination against Destroyer number 3 now, it'd be a good time.
Yep, Hope. Well, Hope is the one that is the slowest. What Ironclad is going to recommend is actually she does a grab by a Doctor Destroyer, pins him to the ground, and then the rest of us wail on him. I mean, you don't really need to worry about that so much, but it's more helpful for Ironclad and Doctor Destroyer if Hope does that.
So you will hold.
I will hold my phase until Hope knocks him to the ground.
Okay, hot shot.
The hot shot has the old man painted with their laser sighting.
This is going to be
Still-
devastating.
Still hyperventilating, but I managed to be able to say, "You hurt me. You hurt my family."
Oh, he really did.
And then I screamed the loudest anyone's ever heard anyone scream, and I pulled a trigger for Jeremy. And mechanically, I've got overlays +3 to my CV,
Oh yeah.
and I counted it at as like 18 on the rangefinder. I think that's -3, or is it more in 6?
No, so it's a minus
4,
2. I've done the measurement tool between the two of your characters, so it's a minus
Right.
2. It's only
Do you
6.
have penalty skill levels for range modifiers?
And then, so that's I easily got that, and then I'll put the rest of my what are they called?
Skill levels?
Levels with range combat on DCV, so I should easily be a 12 DCV versus range combat.
Okay.
And I should be at. There's 2 there, -2. It sounds like I should be a 10 OCV. How's that sound?
Yep. So you just need to add in some +3.
Okay, didn't the 2 hit?
Uh-huh.
How's that?
Yeah, so you get him.
Alright. And I'm gonna blow his damn head off.
You got a lot of pinned up anger against Dr. Zerstoiten over here, huh?
No, not a bit.
Yeah. So, I mean, just legitimately, he's an old man. And you've just splattered him to the ground. And Little Rocket in the hollow, you see him just kind of fly backward, See if I can throw him.
His body flies one way, but his head explodes.
It's pretty disgusting. You killed an old man.
Yuck! I was gonna do that.
There's like blood splatter on Little Rocket now too.
Well, I mean, is he at double negative body? I mean, sorry, is he at negative at his full negative body, or does he still have?
He's got 3. So yeah, because none of that was resistant. So he would say 10 body minus 17 so he's at -7 body.
Okay. Yeah, so Little Rocket could finish him off.
I'm sorry I didn't get him in one shot. That's Brian speaking. The hot shot actually smiles.
It's defender's turn. So,
Okay.
yeah.
So I want to do a multi attack.
Oof. Fast ACV.
I want to fly up
Okay.
to Dr. Destroyer number 3, and I want to punch him at the same time using my my focused EMP pulse to knock out his flight.
Defender has a focused EMP pulse, huh?
Well, that's what it says on the sheet here.
Okay. Let's see. What gives him... Okay, so he doesn't have a focus for his flight or his jets. So what is that EMP pulse? Is it a dispel?
Yes, it's a dispel.
Okay. Then that will work.
So what would the minuses be?
Well, they both get
I've
a
got
-2.
4, 5. I've got +5 to hit.
Yeah, you just get a -2 for both rolls. That's all. Because you're only doing one attack more.
Okay.
So whatever your OSP would be, -2. He doesn't have skill rolls he can apply with it?
I said he does, yes.
Mm-hmm.
So he's got 5 skill levels with -2 that only gives him... I'm only going to give him a +3 on that to hit.
Yeah.
So I hit a
Better.
DCV 15. I have to hit twice, right?
Yeah. Well, the first one hits, whatever the first attack was.
And 13
You've also got
on the
range
second.
modifier you've got to figure in as well.
Well,
I
no, because
flew
he's
up to
falling
him.
right up there.
Oh, he's doing the same attack against the same one?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
So is that 2 hits?
You can't move up and multi-attack. Multi-attack is a full phase action.
Unless you have rapid.
Uh,
But yeah.
Unless he has rapid what?
Rapid strike.
Skill, yeah. Rapid
So
attack.
you have to choose one then.
I'll do the punch.
Let me turn off his...
All right. Sorry, guys. I got to reboot my computer because my keyboard, for some reason, isn't being recognized. So, excuse me a moment.
Okay.
Nice stuff.
Did you hit him?
I hit a DCV of 15, so I hope so.
Yeah. So that is Dr. Destroyer number 3, DCV. You hit him.
Okay.
Okay. How much hitting are you doing?
Full strength, but it's only 11 dice, so 43 and 12.
Okay, and roll your knockback, please.
Only 1 dice because he's flying?
Yep. Oh, wow. So he's going to go back a ways through the trees. But
He was knocking him straight down, wasn't he?
I was hoping to, but
did you say that?
I
I
did
heard him
not.
say that.
The idea was to take his flight off and knock him to the ground so that
Okay.
the others could... the ground-based heroes could attack him, but I did not specifically say that.
No, that's cool, though.
Yeah.
Let's give it. So he goes to the ground, And that's going to be, what, 10 dice into the ground, because it will hit. Let's see if I can get him.
You want me to roll that?
And he is going to...
34 and 11.
Let's see. Dr. Destroyer has Breakfall. It's combat piloting. And
That's a stretch.
1,000 skills. But he does not have Breakfall. So he falls and is in the ground. Boy, they want you to be able to knock him down, don't they? Because there's no knockback and there's no breakfall for him.
Well, we've seen
It's
his
really the
sheet
only
on
way
your
to beat him.
screen.
So how much, so you did really none of that. You basically did one stun to him, both from the hit and the pummeling into the ground.
Hey.
Okay. Max,
Well, he's on the ground.
Max, it's your turn.
Max aborted.
Max aborted. Ozar in the hollow. What are you doing?
And what is this? Oh, I took that on. He's gonna. Well, dang it. Gonna get a little bit close. Gonna be a little closer and fire at Destroyer 2.
Okay.
Okay. And he has.
Remember, there is a barrier between us and Destroyer 2.
Ah, that's a good point.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it's not huge, so you might be able to get around it, but
Generally speaking, the prudent tactic is to focus fire everything you've got from everyone on one target until it's down.
Okay. Well, then instead of going that way, he'll move there, and I know he's got a plus to his. Not that any of it's going to do a whole lot, but where's this? Okay, I thought I had a plus to his ranged attack. I guess not. Okay. Okay, so I'm within normal. I would hit a DCV of 9, but if he's down without breakfall, he's at half DCV. So
You're gonna hit him.
does that hit?
It does.
All right. Cutting's his soul because he's a robot. 16 body, 32 stun.
Is that armor
And
piercing or no?
No.
Okay, so it doesn't cut through any of his defenses.
Yeah, well, I had to take a shot.
Heck yeah, you had to. Okay. Oh, did I just lose my... Come back. Okay. Ooh, I thought I lost my session. That could have been bad. Okay. I am playing Rune Force. You guys, I haven't played Rune Force in like a year.
Get some, Jason.
I
Get
know,
some.
that's awesome. Okay, so Rune Force is going to... this is kind of exciting. Rune Force is going to portal... he's going to portal up He's knocking everybody over. What happened? Sorry about that, you guys.
Wow, multiple move through.
That was terrible. What just happened there? So he's gonna portal behind this destroyer. That's this feels like I'm doing what the destroyer did last time to Hope, but I'm doing it to destroyer. And then he is going to basically exude energy from himself in all directions, and it is going to innervate through Dr. Destroyer. It's a change environment, and I'm about to read it. I've never been able to use this power. I've never been able to use a lot of his powers. It's a 4-meter radius, personal immunity, stunning. So it stuns, and it gives a -5 to a con roll. Now, Dr. Destroyer may still con roll out because he's got an enormous con, but he is stunned first, and then he may be able to con roll out. This is in the Advanced Player's Guide. There's a stunning example. Sounds like it's beautiful. It's stunning in the book there, which is kind of cool. So I'm going to do... So this Dr. Destroyer is stunned right now.
Wow.
For those wondering, it's on page 83 of the APG.
I just placed this in the wrong direction. I'm sorry. I'm going to move it, and then Hope gets a chance to go. Now remember, this is a change environment around him. So if anybody comes, and Runeforce would say it, don't come near Dr. Destroyer. This one. Hope's turn.
Okay. I want to do a charge on Dr. Destroyer 3. If I fly up and then do a charge straight down, will the damage from any knockback get applied to the damage dice? Because he's got nowhere to go.
Oh, because he's in the ground?
Well, he's laying on the ground. He can't be knocked back. So it's like...
Yeah, they're going to be applied separately, though, because it's a knockback.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
they
it's
don't.
open
Yeah, they
separately.
don't. Yeah, they don't. He gets to his defenses against it separate.
Oh, well. Still, she's going to fly up, fly back down, kaboom, hit him with a charge attack. And then she's going to fly off and get a bit of distance because she needs distance in order to do her maximum combat velocity attacks. That'll be fine. So, to hit with a charge. Oh, I hit a DCV of 11, actually, because I forgot to add overlays boost.
Okay, you hit him, of course.
Okay, and charge damage is this one. 61 stun, 18 body. I don't... Body is going to count for...
Yeah, so that is 21 gets through. What is that? Am I looking at the wrong one? Oh, no, I'm looking at... Yeah, so that gets 21 gets through. And what is that, physical?
It's physical, yeah.
Oh, yeah, so he does have half reduction on that as well. So that is 11. Stun gets through. And then do you want to roll the 16 dice of knockback? This is on Destroyer 3, right?
Yes. 51.
Okay, so you've got Destroyer 3 goes down 11, and then goes down 11, goes down 6 more. Okay. So Hope has punched him into the ground. He is a crater in the ground, but he is not stunned nor unconscious.
And his post segment 12 is going to give him all his stun back.
Stellar Sentinel, what do you do?
Hit him while he's down.
I was muted there. Stellar Sentinel's going to fly over, and he doesn't have a lot of the neat tricks that some of the others do. So he's just going to grab Dr. Destroyer and hold on to him.
Okay.
You can do a squeeze. You never know.
Well, yeah, he's going to do that too, but he's got to grab him first.
Okay. Yeah.
But it will hopefully make him easier to hit for all the others too on the previous, instead of him getting up again. So
Okay, you hit him.
Let's do the damage then. Roll like I did yesterday.
Hold on. So you're.
Let's roll the antithesis of what I did yesterday.
So wait. So you're grabbing him and squeezing? Because on a grab, he gets a chance to break out.
Yes, he does at half strength.
At his half strength.
So if he's going to make that roll, I'll make my roll.
Dr. Destroyer 3 half strength. So 4d strength is. What is
Wow,
that?
I rolled terrible again. He gets 8 dice.
Yeah, he's not going to beat you for that, so we're just going to leave that alone. Okay, so he does not break out on half, but he may break out next turn.
Oh, he may, yes. Particularly if I keep rolling in that badly. So.
Yes, so you didn't, with your squeeze, you didn't hurt him?
No, I didn't expect to.
He smells in deeply. Mmm. That was kind of gross. Okay.
Wow, that was abysmal damage twice.
Yeah. All right,
Yeah.
it is Sharp's turn. Sharp. Al, are you there? I know it's been a long phase.
Mm-hmm.
Were you guys also holding until Hope attacked?
Yeah, I know, and y'all didn't do it. Are y'all wanting, like it didn't happen?
Yeah, we still have time to coordinate.
Well,
I think it's
Hope's already gone, though. That's the point. So, I mean...
Well, right, we were waiting until she did.
But,
so that leaves Dragon Lady and myself, I think Sharp.
Yeah, but her turn's already gone, and then Stellar already went. Like, you didn't coordinate on her turn.
Can they coordinate now? Because they've got held actions.
Yeah, the 3 of them can, but they just missed the chance with Hope.
No, we were waiting till Hope knocked her down.
Oh, I thought y'all were wanting to actually hit her at the same time Hope did her, because she was already down into the ground because of Cypher. But still, so if you all want to act before Sharp and hit her all at the hit not Sharp, hit Destroyer 3 all at the same time, great, wonderful. So hold on a second, Al, sorry. So you have Dragon Lady will go first, then Ironclad, and then Liliana. You will all roll. Why don't you try to roll your teamwork rolls first? Dragon Lady, are you there? I think his whole machine just went crazy. Kurt, are you there with us?
I don't see him in the chat.
Yeah,
He said something about having to reboot.
Yeah,
his
he did.
Keyboard
That's what he said.
Yeah. Do you all want to wait for him to get back in to do all the coordinated stuff?
Looks like he just got back into the Discord.
How about the other two are doing it? Do it first, and by the time you finish your stuff, maybe he's back.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Oop, he just fell out again. Although you, Jason, you have the ability to roll for Kurt if necessary.
Yeah, just didn't want to take it from him if I didn't have to. So I'll roll the teamwork skill for him.
I apparently never actually purchased teamwork.
Oh,
I had
Hey.
points burning a hole in my pocket, though.
Did
There you
you
go. Spend those points.
You
Did
did a danger
you-
room session
danger room
with
sessions? Then you should have teamwork.
Dragon Lady. Yeah, you did. You've got teamwork.
with that person too. Yeah, so you have it. Yeah.
There you go. I'm going to roll a damage down, and it's 3 dice, and we'll see what the number is.
Yeah. Oh gosh, yeah. Oh, that's a two
Yep.
dice.
Nice.
2 dice though.
And that was 2.
Did we get experience for the last game?
Yeah, I've got
Oh, yeah.
experience waiting to spend, so
Okay, everybody's got a 14 or less on this. So I'm just calling it, and you can use hero points if you want to get it under whatever it would have been. But I imagine either with the skill, you're gonna be able to teamwork. Who else? Who rolls Ironclad? I don't think he's back.
I think that's me. I'm fine.
Uh,
Sorry, guys. It took a moment for me to reload my computer.
Cool. I'm gonna roll your teamwork for Ironclad.
Yep, roll for Dragon Lady too.
Yeah, you all made it, so you're gonna be
Whoa.
able to act together.
Awesome.
What would you like?
would you put Liliana up about the height of the top of the monolith and lock her in place?
Oh, just like bring her up a taller.
Yeah, she's flying. Thank you.
Yeah, while you're flying people, maybe you can levitate Hope a little bit.
Oh yeah.
Well, it's more to get some distance from y'all. Area effects, no fun.
What do you mean? They're plenty of fun.
All perspective.
Okay, so he's down, so you would hit him.
Well, that's OM. That's actually going to be OMC or DMCV.
Oh, and him being down doesn't affect his
Correct.
DMCV. So no, you don't hit because to your Doctor Destroyer 3, yeah, has that OMCV and DMCV of 8.
Hero points?
Yeah, if you want to use a hero point for that, so you hit.
Definitely worth 1 hero point.
Yeah.
Let's see if the spirits will judge him harshly. Apparently not. He's a robot. He's not that bad.
Agonizing remorse. And does that go against mental defense as well?
It does.
Yeah, so it's a 0.
Yeah. Boink.
Okay, so that does not hurt him. Ironclad and Lilia. And Dragon Lady.
Dragon Lady, okay. All right. Ironclad is just gonna stab him with the Dorvalan short sword. So if you want to roll it out, feel free. He'll put 2 of his skill levels into damage. Actually, no, he's just gonna put them. Yeah, he'll put 2 of his skill levels into damage, and the other 4 are gonna go into OCV to hit.
Okay. Are you able to control his character yet, or are you wanting me to do it?
I'll see if I can. I think I should be able to.
Uh-huh.
All right. Let's see. Okay, we'll put in 4 for his. Actually, let's see. For this to hit.
That is a lot of strength damage happening. My gosh. Yeah, so you're gonna hit him. That's for sure.
Okay.
Did you just like bring up the sword and just try to pierce straight down on him? And how many damage classes are you adding onto that sword?
I'm adding basically 1 damage class, which is what you can do from which is what you can do from 2 skill levels.
So that will be 7.5 dice killing.
Yep, but does he have damage negation?
Oh, he does. Oh,
Okay,
he does.
How much gets negated?
Let's see. I'm glad you asked. Thank you for that. 4 damage classes.
Okay, all right. So let's see.
The base attack is only 4 dice 6 killing.
It should be
strength.
more than that. They were wrong. They fucked up on that. They fucked up on that character sheet.
Well, campaign limit though is double. He's only got a 2 dice 6 hand killing attack with the sword.
Yeah.
The campaign limit is to double that at most.
I don't believe that's the case. That's only if you have a real weapon, I think.
And I think we put that into the third season. I don't think we were enforcing that in season 2. And it's the last game that we're doing, so give me as much damage as you can.
All right. Okay. So it goes. So it's going to go up to 76, but minus 4 damage classes. That's going to go up to 4.5. All right. Let's make some damage rolls here.
And I should have been doing the damage class reductions on everybody. Darn it.
Yeah. Come on. Come on. All right. Want to do damage? There we go. 4.5 d6. Big money.
Big money. Big. Oh. No. It's not hurting.
Oh, that's actually, let's see, 20 body, but then I'll roll stun multiplier, I guess. So, for some reason.
Did it just not roll? You didn't roll actual killing?
No, it didn't roll killing.
Oh, right. Yeah, it should have been. All right, let me do this again. Let's see if this does the trick.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, there.
And it doesn't do anything. So the sword just basically just glances off of him and does not pierce him whatsoever.
All right. So then Dragon Lady half moves on over, and she'll try Quivering Palm on him.
Okay.
Let's see. Okay, there we go. All right.
Okay, and minus 4 damage classes too.
Yep. Well, she's got to actually hit him first, so she's going to put her levels into damage. But she gets +3 from overlay and +2 from her Dragon's Power flowing to her. So let's see. All right, so that's to hit +5. What did I get? I had a DC of 15.
Yes, that is a hit.
All right. Okay, so that is going to be. All right, so that goes from. All right, so -4 damage classes. All right, so it'll be this much. All right, and this is double armor piercing, so if he has hardened, it will pierce it. All right, 38 stun, 12 body, but it is double armor piercing, so it pierces hardened.
Oh, and he does have hardened, but he doesn't have it twice. And so it will cut that in half. How much did you do?
38.
38 and 12. All right. So that is 18 stun. None of the body gets through. But 18 stun does. So let's just count up all that stun. 8, but none of that stun from anybody else got through, did it?
Nope.
So it's not going to stun him. But 18 stun does get through to him. I think that's the biggest attack that's gotten through.
Yep.
That's destroyer number 3. 18 stun. That is 64. Y'all have him down to 64 stun now. Okay.
I hate to say it, but you forgot to apply your damage resistance.
Oh, I'm gonna give him 9 stun back.
I mean, gotta play fair, right?
So you got him down to 73 stun. And I know
We're up against 3 Doctor Destroyers. I don't think fair is part of the equation.
Yeah, but you got to know what happens. I mean, you got to this whole time we've wanted to go up against Doctor Destroyer. So here's our
I think
chance.
we're up against 1 of them, not 3 of them.
What?
Yeah. Yes, we wanted 1.
Okay, Sharp, it is your turn, and I think you messaged me because you're having.
Speaking of fair, he only has 20 mental defense against normal like ego blasts and stuff. 10 extra versus mind control.
Oh.
Oh, so Liliana's managed to get a few squeaking through.
Yep. She got 6, squeak 3.
Okay.
Wait, say that again?
He
His
has
mental
20
defense is-
mental defense, and then an extra 10 versus mind control only.
Ah,
See in the universe version that I have, it just says 30 mental defense. That's it.
I'm running off the version in 60 villains.
Yeah,
Matt ones.
that's what I have, and it says intense willpower, mental defense, 30 points, hardened. And then he's got intense sense of self, which is plus 10 mental defense, only protects against mind control. And then he's got plus 10 mental defense from the helmet. So he's got like 50 mental defense.
Are you sure these are they stack? What you're saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, the one I see 3 of them. I see intense willpower, which is 10 points, and then
Accidentally.
intense sense of self is another plus 10, but only meant mind control.
Oh yeah, you're right. So 10. And I was looking at them individually. When I look at the character stat, it all together is 30 points total. So
Right. Okay, that makes sense.
it would have only been because he has a 28 or 26 ego. So Sparks wouldn't have been able to take him over, no doubt, because that's 26 plus
30, because that's
Yeah.
mind control.
So you really should have gotten more against him because he would have only had 20 defense, mental defense that was applicable to that attack.
But no, it was mind control.
No, I was talking about Liliana's slice.
Yeah.
Oh, Liliana's. Oh, okay.
She did 28 stun with it, but it should have been 8 getting through. So I'm going to bring him down to 65 stun. Okay, Sharp, are you able to speak? Al, are you there? Or did we lose her? I think we lost her.
Oh,
Oh, yeah, her computer's been just lagging, glitching, and breaking.
dang nabbit.
But she did dictate her moves. So I will do anything possible to touch Dr. Destroyer and decay him, even if it kills her. I could see her trying to grapple him and place her hand on his face. Well, that's nice. Okay, so let's see. Sharp, then, and she does have enough movement. I think I've lost my... There we go.
Now, is she going in the combined attack there?
Hold on, so I've lost my... No, she wasn't. She did not join.
Okay.
I just lost my...
Her attack is sticky, right?
Yes, if anybody else touches him...
That
So-
means Ghost can no longer strike this guy. Nor can anyone with a hand-to-hand attack.
Well, and Stellar Sentinel is grabbing him right now, right?
Yes.
So this will not be good for her to touch while you're grabbing him. And now if you're willing to let him go, she can just wrap him up and just touch him a whole bunch of times every turn. And he's going to lose a body. Every
Assuming he stays on the ground.
That's
Assuming
all.
his power defense just doesn't laugh it off.
But it's not against power defense. It's a penetrating killing. It's going to do one body. But he's got damage negation. Does penetrating go against damage negation?
No, because it's minimum damage.
It's going to do 1 damage, right? That's the point.
Yep.
Well, no, because the negation is going to knock off
It is if he has
4 dice of it.
if he has impenetrable on anything, that would negate it.
I'm not understanding how to apply damage negation to penetrating. If anybody's
Damage
able,
negation comes off the total number of dice. So
Yes.
if it's 5 dice penetrating, they would roll 1 dice and see if anything penetrated.
yeah, so nothing is going to, because it's only like a half a die. So
Okay.
she wouldn't even be able to penetrate because the Distrium armor is so thick.
Tabletop has crashed on me again.
It's interesting that damage negation, yeah, because damage negation basically would come off the top before penetrating. So penetrating if you have enough damage negation, you can basically get away from penetrating damage.
Well, you can ignore you can ignore those little annoying attacks that people create that are like, here's your 1 point of
Oh, it's this, yes,
yes.
this basically.
Yes.
Well, slow killing things. I mean, that's not just annoying, but it's also anything that is slowly decay. I mean,
He's immune to slow decay. He don't rust.
he's got it. Okay, so she wouldn't do that actually, because you were holding him. Bummer.
Does she have anything else?
And
she
I
can
would
do?
start to waste away, and he wouldn't.
Yeah, that's not going to be good then. I don't necessarily know. She may. I guess she could do. She has a ranged armor piercing, increased stun multiplier. So maybe that's something to do. So she will come over, and she can portal over, or she can leap over. Excuse me. And then she will point it at him and fire. Okay, she's going to hit. Let's see if any of that gets through. It's a really good roll, huh? 7 body and 42 stun. Oh, but damage negation is going to take off, what, 2 dice of that, right? Because it's 4 damage,
one dice
4
plus
damage
one.
less.
It's 1 dice plus 1 that it would take off. So the total is a 2.5 d6. Yeah, it would turn into a 1d6 plus 1
That just sucks.
plus
So
3.
yeah, that's not going to do anything, so I'm not going to re-roll that. Okay, cool. And then Lysen goes.
Aren't you, Lysen?
I am Lysen. Yeah, she is going to she's going to go over and drain stun from him. And she can portal close enough that she will do that.
Where did Destroyer number 1 go?
He is way off here, knocked back by the wind blast from Wild Thing.
Okay, cool.
Don't worry, he'll come back.
Oh, yes. Okay, so she is going to try to drain his stun. Now he's got power defense, I believe. And probably enough. He's got 16 points of power defense. And so she is going to do 20 to that. Is that 4? And that stun is times 2, but it's also defensive, so it's just going to be 4 that comes off.
Yep.
Every little bit counts.
Dr. Destroyer has 4 stun come off him. He's down to 61 now. Okay, Cypher, you still have a held action. I assume you're going to keep holding it until... It says post 12, so he will recover. And that's Dr. Destroyer 3. Let's see what he gets. A 30 recovery. So he is at 91. He's not back up to full. Dr. Destroyer 2 recovers back up to normal. He was already back up to normal. Dr. Destroyer number 1 is back to normal. He doesn't recover from being stunned. He's going to have to actually do that. Destroyer 2, sorry. Okay, so those are all the recoveries. Everybody else take the recoveries that you need. We are in segment number 2. Overlay.
No.
Oh, you wanted to take your held action.
I want to take my health. Now, can I teleport and attack, or can I only teleport?
No, you can tell unless it's your full move, but if it's half move, yeah.
And so I want to teleport over to number 3 that's got everybody ganging up on him?
Oh, yes.
Oh, hang on a second.
So you're doing this before segment 2 begins.
Correct.
Okay, cool.
Okay, and then I will hit him with my machine destruction. Does a DCV 12 hit him?
Oh, yes.
Especially seeing as he's grappled.
Okay.
Ooh.
What is that against? Power defense?
No, it's killing attack.
Okay, so it doesn't. Does not hurt
So it
him.
looks like it doesn't do anything.
Okay, top of segment number 2, overlay. What you doing?
Oh, not much here. Let's see. Everything is still up in the sky, and there are no thugs. Let's see here.
Just be defensive.
Yeah. I'll just, I think that's
Don't
3
want to use the
hexes there.
monoliths as cover?
Say again? Oh,
You
sure.
don't want to use the monoliths as cover?
I can try. If I move now, I don't see if I.
Oh, you may be too far away from
There.
everybody to give them their bonuses.
Well, no. Once they have the bonuses, they simply have them.
Oh, got
I
it.
turned
got
it on. It lasts for a minute. I need to maintain sight of the battlefield. The key thing here is these are 1 meter hexes.
Yes. 1
Yes.
meter
Alright.
on the grid.
That's right.
Oops. Fine, take that. All right, so I only actually, yeah, half move is actually 6 meters is a half move, right? Because 12 meters is a full move.
Right.
Well, we can make it to there basically. So I do that, and I save a half phase for the inevitable disintegration beam or area effect explosion.
It's inevitable. Okay, so you're going to hold Dr. Destroyer 3. Is going to try to break out of this grab that he's in.
If he's using his full strength, that counts as a full move.
Unless he gets double body. But yeah.
Right.
So that is 80 strength. What is that? 16?
16 dice.
16.
Wow, and I'm rolling terrible.
Oh, shit. He's probably going to break out.
He did not double the body that Stellar Sentinel did. Is that right? So he's out, but he does not get a move.
Correct.
It's only a half phase action to break out.
Yeah, so he gets a half phase, and he is going to stand.
Technically, not correct. That's not. He needs. I think it's the martial escape, but let me double check. So if I got, let's see. So 150 on champions complete. The victim. Let's see. The 2 characters engaged in a strength versus strength contest. The victim rolls twice as much body as the grabber. He escapes and has a full phase in which to act. The victim rolls more body than the grabber, but less than 2 times. The escapes may take no further actions that phase.
Oh,
If the
okay.
grabber total is higher or the roll is tied, the victim remains grabbed.
So he is out of the grab, but he does not get to act. Luckily for the rest of the world. And he's still on the ground. So he's basically wrestled you off of him, but he is still on the ground.
Yep.
Well, that may mean you all get a chance, right?
Yeah, except for the other 2 Dr. Destroyers.
What? Who cares about them?
Ha!
Okay, Dr. Destroyer 1. Okay. Is going to... Let me get over there. Dr. Destroyer 1.
Recovers from being stunned.
He wasn't stunned.
I thought you said he's. Oh,
I was like, what? That's not fair. It's not the way this works. Okay.
Two was stunned.
Yeah, and he is stunned until he gets a chance to break out on his turn, and he will probably break out.
He pretty much automatically breaks out.
He has a -5 to his stun roll, so maybe not, but that's like a 13 or less for him, so probably
15,
going. Yeah, he's got an 18 or less. Okay.
20 or less.
Good lord. It's a good for one
Don't
moment.
help.
Yeah.
Technically, he gets to roll that immediately whenever he's hit with it to see if he ignores it.
Oh well, then that's on me. But it wouldn't have been very much fun. Okay, so Dr. Destroyer number 1 is going to blast in the middle of the fray down here. And actually, he's going to blast. Yeah, he's going to blast the dais. This thing that Diaz, however you say that.
Yes.
Dais. Okay. Let me make sure I've got this right. Where is that area?
Which one's blasting that?
Dr. Destroyer 1.
Can I abort to a defensive action?
Sure, everybody can.
I want to do a flying grab on overlay and take him elsewhere.
Hold on, wait. What is something coming in at me that I have? And I had a half phase save. What's being blasted at me?
Yeah, there's about to be an area effect attack that's blasting from Dr. Destroyer number 1 in your direction.
Do you have flying dodge?
I do not have flying dodge. I would have to dive for cover, but I've got Dex 33, so I have a pretty good chance of getting several hexes. If I need more than that,
Yeah,
your idea might be better.
These are going to
Don't
be.
know how big.
Yeah, these are enormous area effects.
Yeah, let me do the flying grab.
Okay,
So,
you have the mind link to tell me you're doing that. So
there's virtually no chance I could miss this. Even if he was actively opposing this, I would. Wow, I rolled crap. Hit a
Yeah,
DCD of
well, we're
11.
coordinating. I choose to be grabbed by you. Is what it is.
Exactly. And why can't I? Hang on, I'm having a hard time grabbing my figurine.
Oh, it's locked because she's up in the
Oh,
air.
okay, sorry.
But I'll unlock her.
So I fly over to overlay, and then I fly him. He's still got to keep sight of the battlefield, right?
Yeah, I can be behind a tree that I can peek around, but
Okay, so
just the first
I'll fly
tree.
out to there.
And hopefully he doesn't see me get dropped off there.
He's coming after you. Okay, so you all do that, but he still blasts that dais area, and it is a 42-meter radius explosion, 16 dice. So he is hitting in the center of it. Oh, did I just lose my... That is just going to
Thank you.
destroy everything. I don't even know. Can 42-meter radius? Everything.
It's going to hit everyone, including the various Doctor Destroyers.
Mm-hmm.
Probably even hit himself.
Jason, I'd like to abort to a dive for cover to try to get over the wall. If I can see it coming, I guess it would take a perception check first. Now, you know what? Let him hit me.
Let's see how far, because I'm going to do Liliana as the center of that. So if he were Destroyer 1 were to do that, that is 44 meters from her. So I don't think it's going to hit Dr. Destroyer 1. And I'm doing the measuring tool from the mod, so I'm not going to try that. I mean,
Even if it did hit him, it's not going to hurt him.
Yeah. So let's just see. So he's got 5 minus on it to hit. Let's just make sure.
Liliana is going to abort to a force bubble around herself.
Okay.
But Sapphire can also abort to a force wall too. She's got a force wall as well.
Okay.
She's far enough away.
Hope had grabbed Overlay. Can we say that she's shielding Overlay with her body?
Sure. It's 40 stun and 10 body. That's going to lessen as you go out. So I don't think
ED or PD?
that is.
Explosions are almost always ED.
Let's just see if I've got it right though. It is
Yeah,
ED.
Ozar's-
It is ED. Yeah.
Ozar's gonna put up his force wall.
Okay. And I'm about to have some kind of wrap up actions here, because what just happened is Dr. Destroyer, Dr. Zerstoiten instructed the kind of robot run versions of himself to kill you all, and was maintaining a link with them through his own mind, right? But when he takes 3 more body, which he will take from this explosion, it kills him. And as he's dying, he says these words: "You stupid machines." And he dies. And as he dies,
Blow his head off after that comment.
as he dies, I just had to get one more dig in at you, Cypher. as he dies, the destroyers fall to the ground.
All right, Dragon Lady will turn around and look at Liliana and says,
After
"Well,"
after we all wake up from the explosion,
and
I was at the center and took nothing.
yeah,
Yeah, y'all would
Some of
be
us
fine.
were further away.
I think the only ones who would have taken anything would be Hotshot and Wild Thing.
If it was explosion, it would have lost
Less. Yeah. We can role play that.
76 by the time it got to me, and I would have felt it.
Yeah, and I think we can role play wrap up in this moment. That
I want to hear what Dragon Lady was about to say.
Oh, Dragon Lady? Sorry.
Yeah, Dragon Lady will turn to Liliana and she says, "Well, it seems that we did not need to have a debate over this, for he is dead by his own hand."
That's a very interesting take on it, even though it was our team who did most of that work. But yes. However, is he really dead if he is here in just a digitized version of himself?
Well, he is going to whatever afterlife the Hollow Guide said, and I hope. And she says the Buddhist version of hell, and I forget what it's called, but I'll quickly Google it. Let's see.
I love 1,000 Buddhas.
That he goes to Naraka. or DU.
Rocket says, I believe that this body of his was actually vanished by whatever did the other vanishing. So, as I am no longer alive in the real world, he isn't either.
So I'm going to give opportunities for wrap-up comments. Any story ending things that you all want for your characters. I will say this is not the end of the characters too. Your characters are very, very much alive and taken before their time. The portal back to Cyberplane is closed, but you all know very well that season 3 is all about one group who has the ability to connect to the cyberplane and to the hollow. So there's lots of more connectivity here. Just the end of this season. I think some of you will have some things that you want to say related to your characters or things to happen, so I'll give moments for that. But I'm also very willing to kind of explain some things there are a lot of notes that are around the vanishing and the hollow and the process that between yourselves, between the hollow guide and the old champions, you could probably get to the bottom of what happened here. But
Did
also,
everybody else just disconnect?
I don't think so.
I'm still
here.
in.
I just
Uh,
saw a whole bunch of peer-to-peer disconnections, so maybe it was just me.
Sparks
Yeah,
is
probably.
joined.
Oh yeah, you're vanished from the tabletop simulator.
Oh, you got vanished.
Yeah, Jason. Quick question here. So this is Senate Cherub is presumably gone. Destroyer gets to be gone at least for a while, but he leaves behind this evil empire infrastructure on Earth. Is that still running?
Yeah, so when Sennacherib was destroyed, it kind of screeched to a halt. And a lot of that is part of the season 3, you know, what happens after Sennacherib is dead. You have somehow the leaking of the vanishing technology, basically access into the cyberplane
Right.
and digitization technology. And then that's when the vanishing wars begin, right then. So the moment Sennacherib dies, then you start to see other units, other groups start vanishing other people with the use of the digitization.
Gotcha. Now I was just thinking you're talking about your story finishing thing and so forth.
Mhm.
But for Overlay, his story is back on Earth. I was imagining those three knuckleheads coming by the dojo again,
Oh,
and this time Seamus is just standing there in secret ID, and as they come up to threaten again, a few of the new champions swing by and call them off to the Huskow. But it depends on how fast the evil empire falls, if there's going to be a Huskow to haul them off to, or if we're even back on Earth.
yeah, we're
We're
not
not
back on.
going back.
Yeah, we're y'all are trapped in the hollow for now.
Oh, yeah. So, is it possible for Dragon Lady to return to at least go to the ancestral realm, the spirit
Yes.
realm?
So you all traveled here through a different route, and you could continue to finish your mission, and at some point in time, go on to the spiritual realm as an ancestor yourself.
But no going back home.
Unless she
Is that
convinces
correct?
somehow the spirits to do it, right? Because she came by their request, and they
Yeah.
placed her here. So maybe, I mean, again, all of you all could have story reasons why you're able to get out of the hollow. I'm not going to trap anybody here. I'm just saying this season 2 storyline ends here. So, however, you could figure out a way to get back. There's going to be more vanishings through the next however many years, 50 years, 40 years, because of the vanishing wars. And every time the vanishing wars happen, the portal opens again. So maybe someone figures out how to get through, or you all try to figure out how to sneak out. I don't know. I mean, again, I'm not trapping you all here. It's just the end of this story.
Right. I'm just trying to understand, when the portal does reopen for whatever reason, can those of us who came through it via Socrates simply walk back out onto Earth?
It's a slow process, and it's like the portal was held open for you by Socrates, so there's not really any guarantee of how a Osborne-led division, aka Level 37, how they will receive you in the cyberplane, and if they will even allow you back into Earth in your original non-digitized form. Right, you all had a safe entry through, um, with Socrates holding it open. Without him, there's a lot. Right, you may
So,
spend some time in the cyberplane trying to figure out a way to get to where you want to go. That kind of stuff.
so that's another question. So now that this is over, who's actually in charge of level 37?
Yeah, so that's a good point. So level 37 is a place that um, division found in order to get from the interwebs into the cyberplane. Um, they are not technically level 37 that you all know of. It's just the level that is necessary to get to the cyberplane. The formation of level 37 in the future is entirely different than division, if that makes sense. Division just got to level 37, the place, which is where
All
you
right.
connect to the cyberplane.
Well, and that's what I'm asking. That's something we haven't covered or hasn't been talked about at all. Is we've talked about the Elfers and the Air and stuff like that, and they have this structure. There's been almost nothing on level 37.
Yeah. So there's quite a lot not known about them, actually. They are a kind of I have it written down somewhere, so let me.
The reason I ask is because my character is part of level 37. I kind of like to know what I joined.
Yeah, like who's the head honcho of level 37?
Or even if I don't know the head honcho, what's their organizational structure, stuff like that.
Yeah, I'm about to pull it up. Give me a second.
Because that's been one of those things that's been somewhat kept quiet.
It's been a mystery until this.
Yes. Sparks would probably be able to get out because he can traverse the cyberplane.
I'm sorry, I don't have my level 37 document.
That is actually a good question. Can Sparks come and go from the hollow and the cyberplane at will?
Yeah, so if he wants to try to do that, he can. Again, that's not going to be part of season 3.
Right.
And if he does, there'll be consequences. You'd have to try to figure out how to build him down to fit, and then probably somehow the what happens when you come back through division or somebody is kind of messing with your passage through or something like that, because it is not a free passage through once division gets hold of it.
Yeah.
So this is the
but because of his dimensional travel to the cyberplane.
So you could travel to the cyberplane. So if you travel to the cyberplane, but when you return, you'd be returning here.
And again, you could figure that out on your own. I'm just whatever reason you want to come up with why you're not in season 3. You know what I mean? That's that's all that matters to me. So,
Jason, is the hollow kind of like a phantom zone where we don't age while we're here?
That's right. They just wait until their appointed time comes. So the people here don't age.
Okay, so like perhaps in some future season 4 or later, people from the hollow could finally be rescued, and we go back to playing 400-point supers for a bit.
Yeah, or there's some side storyline, or who knows? Yeah, I'm trying to be very clear. These characters aren't dead and they're not trapped. It's just we're doing something different for season 3.
Well, they are kind of trapped, but yeah.
Yeah, but not like you can never touch them again. That's all I'm saying.
They're on pause.
Yeah.
Hope is immortal, so this is going to be a bit of a conundrum for her.
Yeah.
She
may be immortal,
has
but you may have
inherited
been
Ghost
killed.
Wanderlust, however. And so apparently this is a place that can be explored. There's lots of stuff to see. There's
yes.
Yeah, so.
And all sorts of people from other galaxies and civilizations, and the Octocalian society is all here.
Yeah, so
there's all kinds of things, and this hollow connects to every other world too. So it's this could be a whole side comic book eventually, right? What happens in the hollow?
Right. We'll rename it. We'll call it Sigil.
What is it?
From Planescape, the city that connects to all the planes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I think the hotshot is looking forward to being the Hollow's new overlord.
All right. Well, I actually have an idea for. I at least have been formulating. I'll do. I'll give you the final scene for Dragon Lady at least here, and then I'll tell you my plans. Tell you my plans for her. What will happen afterwards? Does that sound okay with everyone?
Oh yeah.
I'd like to scene. All right. So Dragon Lady, first off, will go on over to Hope, and she gives Hope a hug, and she says, "I hope you have found purpose now. It is good. It is good to see that you have returned to what you once were."
Well, kind of a little lost for words.
I must go. I sense the temple calls me. and I must finish my mission from them. I fear that this is goodbye, but it was a pleasure fighting alongside you, and we have scored many victories that will be remembered throughout all the ages.
Ghost has fond memories. She's here with me.
Ah, well, that is interesting. Two spirits in one body.
I didn't hear that. Your voice is fading out.
Oh, two spirits in one body. But I suppose it will be up to you as to whether they coexist, one fade away, or one take over.
Uh, we've merged. We are not two minds in one body. We are the sum of both.
Ah, fascinating. Fascinating. It seems that whatever created Ghost has given you blessing, Hope. I hope that you are able to return and be the great hero that you once were.
Looking at this dimension, I think they need heroes here too.
Yes, yes. Well, I hope. I hope that your that your journey will go on, and that you will have many, many more victories along the way.
We all have our destinies.
Yes, I have mine, and I sense you now know yours. And she goes on over to let's see. She goes on over to Hotshot. Well, Hotshot, it was. I will say this: you were most amusing to fight alongside. Um, but I'm afraid I have to go now. And perhaps we will see each other again. Perhaps not.
So the hotshot will hold out her hand to Dragon Lady, fighting back tears now, and says, "Godspeed,
You too. And
friend."
she shakes your hand, kind of awkwardly, because she's not that that's not as big of a thing in China, but she still does. And then she'll go on over to Little Rocket. Says, I know we spoke briefly, but I did not have much pleasure in knowing you. But I know that there was great sorrow on the team when you passed on. But knowing you are here, and that they know that rumors of your death seem to have been exaggerated.
Well, yes and no. I don't have any of the abilities that I had, but other than my mind and a little bit heightened, so I may be able to possibly recreate here. Who knows?
Ah,
And yes, I enjoyed working with you. It was a pleasure, and may your travels always end where they need to be.
yes, and may you be able to build anew what you have lost.
Mm, thank you. Travel safe, and know that if needed, and I can be there to help, I will.
Yes, perhaps we shall meet again. Let's see. And then she'll go on over to yeah, she'll go on over to Maximum Resistant. I did not know you very well either, Max, but your electricity abilities were most impressive and always appreciated when you had my back.
Thank you. You came here with Hope, correct? Or
Yes.
Ghost? The both of them. Will they be returning with you?
That is up to you. That is up to her. She has a different destiny from mine and a different purpose. I have a mission from the Yangtao Temple that I must for my temple, which I must complete.
Max looks very thoughtful at the whole thing of you leaving here and the process that's going to, he looks kind of just lost in thought.
Ah, I see you have many thoughts. But perhaps our cross will meet. Paths will cross again.
Perhaps. Thank you.
You're welcome. I hope you find. I hope. Yeah. I hope you find new purpose.
I think I have.
Excellent. See you around. She goes over to Wild Thing and I know we fought alongside a few times, but we did not speak. I understand you are from Africa, yes? Oh shoot! I don't see her in the chat.
Tara's not here anymore.
Ah well, I will bid her farewell after maybe a brief conversation about the merits of Africa and China and things like that. How we both were fishes out of water, heading back towards our home seas, and perhaps we will travel down different rivers, but maybe we'll meet again, kind of thing. Let's see. She will go speak on over to. She'll speak on over to Liliana. Say, it was a pleasure having tea with you, as well as fighting by your side.
Well, we may not have seen eye to eye on everything, but on the big picture, we certainly worked well enough together.
Yes, we had common enemy. Now our common enemy is defeated.
And obviously, you've got a job to do still.
Yes, I do. And what of you? Have the spirits given you job to do?
Maybe one day they will. But for now, maybe I'll see you then.
Yes. See you in this. Yes, perhaps we will see each other in spirit world.
Perhaps one day.
Well, as people in your country say, "Tata" for now.
I don't think we quite say that in Britain, but farewell?
Cheers.
Cheers.
All right, and then she'll go on over to Cipher. Cipher, you were first one I met. Met our new champions. You have been through much, but it is good that you still remain fighting despite great adversity.
Thank you.
What are you going to do now that Destroyer is defeated?
Find a way out.
Yes. I must go and finish mission for Yangtao Temple. Must return to the spirit world and repair what was destroyed. But it was but I'm sure you wish to deal with this division. I hope that you are able to avenge your fallen creations.
I will. Don't know when.
Not if Osborne has anything to say about it.
Well, I will. Well, you I will miss. You I will miss most all of them. And she gives you a kiss.
That's a surprise.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't think the geek's ever been kissed.
And she says, she says, farewell, Cypher. Perhaps we'll see each other again.
would be nice.
Well, if you go to if you go to Tingshan Mountains and find Yangtao Temple, and back in the mortal world, that is how you can find me. Or and there they may if you speak to Ancestor, he can take you to Spirit World as well. In case I am still there. And then yeah, she'll go to she'll go to Rune Force and his daughter. Say and say thank
Don't
you,
touch me.
thank you for all you have done for me and for people of China. It is good that you. It is good that you continued resistance against Destroyer, and I. It was an honor to fight by your side.
They both look back at you and have kind of a glossy look. They are clearly dealing with the reality of being trapped in a place that they have no idea about. But they're gracious.
I see you are lost, and I hope you find a way home. Well, I don't know. Maybe you build something new here, like Rocket think he going to do.
Yeah, they're dumbfounded. This is like after a war, they are not able to give much.
All right. Well, she does the Chinese monk bow with respect. Clasp her hands together and
Sure.
bows to them in respect, and then bows to the rest of you all and waves, and then leaps leaps into the horizon.
The hotshot will say, "Farewell, friend."
So, was there anything else that you wanted to get in there?
No, I think she's pretty much talked to just about everybody I think she talked to just about everyone's characters that she kind of knew. I mean, unfortunately, she never really met Overlay or Sparks, so
Oh yeah,
she didn't really have much to say to them.
that's cool. So, I will kind of go back to more wrap-up activities then. Um, and we have just a few more minutes left, but level 37 in the um, in the season 3 time is very much a mysterious organization, right? And there are maybe like cells or teams or kind of level 37 groups all over the place. And pretty much in every city that you can go to, you can find, kind of like on the black market, a broker that allows you access or contact with someone in the level 37 organization. These are called basically power brokers or brokers. And they broker access uh, to the hollow. And you can pay an exorbitant amount of money to try to contact somebody that is in the hollow. You can also ask to be vanished into the hollow if you wanted to. You can also ask to vanish somebody into the hollow if you have enough money to do it. Um, the brokers are shrouded in secrecy, and you just can't just go look them up in the phone book. Those people act as almost like very spiritual leaders too. They're not militaristic. They are almost like I'm trying to think monkish type of people. They are the organizers of the kind of areas that they're responsible for. So if you're choosing to be a part of a level 37 in a particular area, you will have a contact that is a broker for level 37. but no one has seen the supreme leader of level 37. Though of course, there is a supreme leader. It's very much the dark face on the screen. Um, the when people receive instructions from level 37, they're basically envelopes with secret communication, or a person with a message from a person with a message, right? It is practically impossible to get back to contact from the kind of the spyish network of people that gave information to level 37. But it is very easy in town. If you're looking for them, it's basically like if you seek, you'll find kind of thing. Um, what is the Game of Thrones ish where it's the people Valor Mogulis, whatever those kind of people. Can't remember the group, but it's like those type of people. They operate in the shadows, kind of stuff. But this is the Level 37 organization. It is not a public structured. There's a lot of questions around why has not IERA just searched out and found and killed all the level 37 people. And most folks believe that it's because even the authorities want to be able to be in contact with their loved ones that have been vanished, or are afraid that they'll be vanished. Like, so there's still some kind of expectation that the one with the key to the hollow has power. The IRA, of course, has limited the mass vanishings, but there's still that kind of boogeyman under the bed fear of what could be done by level 37.
So it sounds like they're kind of along the lines of organized crime.
Or organized religion. I mean...
Yeah, well, same thing. No.
Oh, snap. Well, in this one...
I didn't say that out loud, did I?
Well, but in this world, they very much use a fear of death. Like, not just that, when you die, but no, also we will kill you, right? We will send you to the hollow, which is much more powerful than, the kind of the when you die, religiosity. But this is the don't cross level 37 because they will bring you to the hollow type of fear.
Yeah.
So the tales on the level 37, anybody who's playing it, you're going to have basically interactions with a broker, and they provide locations. You'll have space to be able to coordinate. You may know other level 37 operatives, but it's going to be very rare. They're just basically a mysterious organization.
So those times that we are brought together, it'll be the broker saying, "Hey, I need you, you, and you
Yep.
to do this job."
Yep.
Although we're going to kind of work and end up being kind of in a small group because there's only so many of us playing level 37.
And you would know that there are other kind of brokered teams, and you might even be working against somebody that, oh my gosh, this is another level 37 group. Like, you just wouldn't know. They don't have the type of organization of LF, the Elfers, much less the IRA. I think the big the big kind of mystery is the leaders of the IRA and the Elfers are known. The Council of Elfers not necessarily known, but it's documented. We know that they are a council that runs the cell organizations, and somehow they're able to stay out of jail. Versus,
we know they exist, we don't know who they are.
That's right. But level 37, the supreme leader of level 37, have fun. I mean,
final words from Hope. Last of this scene, I guess.
Yeah.
She goes over to the hollow guide, puts an arm around his shoulder, and says, "So, tell me all about this place."
That's great. Yeah, and he's got all kinds of just. Let me show you the sunset on the entrance of the Octocolian Plain. Let me show you the so and so. Like, there's all kinds of just beautiful, wonderful. This is paradise for many civilizations.
When Ghost and Hope fused together, one of the things that stuck with their amalgam is Ghost's wanderlust.
Oh,
And she's
yeah.
now free from the gas.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's cool. Very cool.
I
Anybody?
have a
Mhm.
I have a post credit scene for Dragon Lady. So I'll let anyone else give their farewells before I give Dragon Lady's post credit scene.
Well, I thought she was moving on to the ancestral realm or the spirit realm. I think
Yes,
the rest of us are kind of stuck here.
there is a post credit scene for her.
Mm.
So
Post-credit scene for Liliana. She grabs Jerry and they go get shawarma. Wait, that might have been Avengers.
nice. Better yet, Jerry shows off. He's like, see my the new machine I made that makes shawarma, and you know, and you do a village feast, using Jerry's shawarma machine. But all right, so my post credits is there's a scene of Doctor Yin Wu, and he's over he's over in like a tavern or something like that over in the hollow, and he's all grumbling. He's like, if I had my empire back and my powers back, I would make that stupid Guilo pay for what he did to me. Then all of a sudden the door bursts open. There's Dragon Lady in a fighting stance. It says, Yin Wu, don't think that I forgot about you. And he was like, and it says like, oh shit, in Chinese. And then of course, the credits resume.
That's awesome because he's powerless here. That's great. That's great.
Thanks.
I didn't think that Yin Wu went to the Hollow.
He did. He did. He was vanished at the end of their storyline session.
Oh, I thought that she killed him.
And she pushed him into the vanishing.
No,
Yep,
okay.
vanishing. But now, with the implication of the credits scene,
Uh-huh.
now it is his death.
That's great.
So if you
when
die here, you again died before your time. Do you just come right back here?
No, that's a good question, and I haven't really fleshed it out. Right? That do you die here? Like,
Or do you go on to your final destination? Yeah,
I
that was the
haven't,
question I heard.
but I haven't. I think each person could write it however they wanted to, right? Because it's the hollow is the holding place for whatever your tradition is, right? So if you go to heaven, then afterwards you go to heaven. If there is no heaven, then there is no heaven. Like it's very much a place of holding for all of the realms.
Purgatory it is.
Limbo.
Yep, limbo, purgatory. Oh, I lost my train of thought.
So I do have some.
Yeah. No, I know.
Oh, good.
For Ozar, when you were does the darkness seems to be lifting from where we are now? Remember in the end of that when Stellar Sentinel and Ozar was looking into this area, it was
Yeah.
darkness.
Yep.
So is it starting to lighten and become more of a
with
better
neither
place?
a Sennacherib or a Zerstoitan to control these creatures, they just kind of are offline. So the wars are stopping here.
Oh, good. Spare parts.
Okay.
I have a couple more things to offer about season 3, but I'll wait for anybody else who has anything they need to say.
Well, I've got one little scene so Max would actually start scrawling in the ground. So like a later scene would be Max, probably Cypher, Stellar Sentinel, and Defender, and anybody else if like Dr. Silverback is around here somewhere, all standing around a table working on a device that would allow communication back out to the real world.
Oh, I love that. I have something that's going to add to that then. That's really cool.
Good. Yep.
The first step to possibly trying to get out. But that would allow the communication from level 37 into here.
Yep.
Wait, so this is like the professor on Gilligan's Island? This
Yeah.
is the first coconut-powered radio?
Yes, except we have a whole bunch of spare parts laying around and some world-class physicists.
Right?
That works.
That's cool. And you will have the portal opening periodically. I mean, lots of vanishings happen over the next 40 years, so who knows what happens. And time doesn't, like, you all don't age here, so
Yeah, is there any way to, like, from here, see what transpires on the real world, or only through eventual radio to level 37?
yeah, so I'm gonna have some things to say about that in just a second. But I didn't want to cut off for, I think
Bro.
Hotshot had something else as well.
Yeah, just one last thing. That's hot.
It had to be said. It had to be said. Okay, that's great. So, just a couple of things, kind of answering Wayne's question, but also connecting back to what David said. It is possible in season 3, of course, to interact with the vanished people. But what happens when you do, by doing so, it depletes their record. If you are communicating with them, it's almost like the hollow. The cyberplane is the meeting, and so there's like a digital aging that happens when they are linked with the physical world somehow. And so it's not something that you can just kind of, go into a virtual world and just live with the vanished people that are vanished. It has a consequence on them. So while they're in the hollow, they're not aging. But if they are communicating with people back in the real world, physical world, then they age. And I'll say one last thing. Level 37, it is rumored that they've been able to bring people back from the vanishing. But no one's ever come back with powers. Not by level 37 bring back. And that's all I have.
Right. Jason, is it possible to have a dead man-like character who is based in the hollow but can occasionally interact and take over a body in the real world to act like Dead Man does?
So they would be communicating through level 37 somehow? Through the...
I'm talking about something like powers. Maybe when somebody gets vanished during the wars and they had powers, now they find out their powers enable them to do the dead man thing and possess a real person in the real world temporarily.
It'd be interesting. Possession is something that I really am hesitant about. I didn't allow it for Tara's character. So
well, think of it like followers or duplication.
Yeah,
you
so
pay for a duplicate limited to whichever normal person you grab a hold of in the real world that the GM says is there.
Yeah, so basically you're not taking player agency away by that type of possession. You're just the special effect of possession from someone being in the hollow but living out their life in the physical world.
Yeah, so like I said, the way Dead Man would do it, he would solve crimes in the real world by taking over some normal person long enough to have the normal person shoot the bad guy or report the crime to the police, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I'm not opposed to it. The only hesitation I have would be if it kind of foils the... I think there's something really powerful of having the singular access to the hollow, being through level 37. That's part of the big story of Season 3. So if you had that way, it would be somehow not cross over that kind of important story component. I'm going to stop the recording unless anybody has anything else to say. I've said that a lot, so I figure if you want to, you probably already
That's it. Thanks, Jason.
Thanks,
Sean.
everybody.
Thanks, everyone, for being here.
Yeah, it was a blast.
Thanks, everyone. Thanks, Jason. Thanks, Sean.
Thanks.
Yeah.